is that everyone needs to know that Devin Thomas, even though the video has gone viral, even though the video was out before the world, Devin Thomas is facing trial. And that is a tragedy. Is that right?
That's right.
And I have to say right off that the real criminals have not been charged here.
Right.
Devin Thomas is not a criminal. Devin Thomas should not be facing any criminal charges at all whatsoever. But the real criminals who assaulted and beat him and violated his constitutional rights, that they're right in this building. If any warrant needs to be served, the real warrant needs to be served on the officers inside of this building. And so our first statement here is that the charges should be dropped. It's a moral outrage that Devin should be charged with any criminal offenses in this hour. And that my position is, our legal position is, and the community position is that all charges should be dropped against Devin Thomas right away.
Yeah.
Hands off Devin Thomas.
Sir, can you remind us of what the charges are?
The charges again are resisting arrest. Devin Thomas is charged with resisting arrest and disorderly conduct. And it's clear from the video that he was not resisting arrest. It's abundantly clear beyond a reasonable doubt that he was not disorderly. He was exercising the decent and common and constitutional rights that any citizen in this state and any citizen in this city should be afforded. He was doing the right thing, and therefore he should not be charged. Now, I'm here for a 2 o'clock meeting that he is to have with the police because he has put in a valid police complaint about the abuse that he suffered on that day. And in a few moments I will go in here to talk with the police, but we will not be meeting with them today. I will be postponing the meeting because I don't see it as right to sit down and meet with them to talk with them about his complaint. And at the same time, they are behind trying to persecute and prosecute him with criminal charges after they have already beaten him and embarrassed him and humiliated him in front of the whole world. So I don't anticipate we'll talk much at all today in here.
So are you going to cancel the meeting that you have for
The harassment of this young man. I want to be clear that Devin Thomas is still under harassment. Devin Thomas is still under attack. Devin Thomas is still under the wrath of what he suffered in early June. And the citizens of this city and of the state and of the nation must know what is going on. Now, I will allow him to say one thing to you and one thing only. He will not answer any questions. But now, I introduce to you a brave young man and one of our best, a man with a bright future, a probable college student in his future, and a man whom this community and even the nation is getting to know well. I'm talking about young Devin Thomas.
First of all, I just want to say, like you said, I felt embarrassed. I wasn't doing nothing but record, and I was attacked by police. They made me look like a criminal, had blood rushing down my face. I ain't do nothing. I don't know why they did it. Now I'm facing charges. I don't know why. They made me look like a criminal.
Devin, when that happened, can you tell us what you felt? How did you feel when they came up to you?
At this point, that is all that I'm going to allow Devin to say. He has plenty more to say, and certainly there are legal forms that are coming up that will allow him to explain everything. But to protect my client and to protect him, that's all I can allow him to say today.
Sir, this legal representation, is it being done pro bono or are there costs associated with it?
Mr. Devin has not had to pay Black Lawyers for Justice or myself or our legal team a dime. And we're our first objective, our main objective, our primary objective right now is for the charges to be dropped against Devin Thomas. Though we're willing to fight the charges, don't get me wrong. I'm asking for the charges to be dropped. We're demanding the charges to be dropped. We're saying that it's in the best interest of this city and peaceful relations in this city that the charges be dropped. But absolutely, if it comes down to it, we're ready to go to trial and to show that the real criminals have not been brought on trial. Those men that left his head bloody in that lot should have a warrant served on them. If there's any justice in this town, those officers that assaulted him and attacked him blatantly before the world, that they should be brought on trial. But unfortunately, that's not how life works here in Virginia and most of the United States of America.
Why did you all choose to take on this case? Did you find that there is a history and you wanted to come here and kind of maybe set a precedence with his case by representing him?
Certainly, madam, there is a history in Virginia of bias. There is not only a history of police aggression and police violation of the citizens' constitutional rights, but in specific, there is a history of the violation of the constitutional rights of African Americans or black people in this state. And I have to say that that goes all the way back to 1555 or 1619 when they say we were brought here to Jamestown, Virginia. There's a history here. There's a legacy here in constitutional laws called the badges of slavery. And I think that that has a role here. And so, moreover, though, Black Lawyers for Justice gets involved in his case not only because of issues we have in the state. Attorney Howard Woodson, who's with the NAACP, he'll be down here soon to explain more about that. But I also want to say because Devin was videotaped, and because in our books and our pamphlets and our teachings and our writings, we teach the public that they have a right to videotape the police from a reasonable distance. We teach the public that the Supreme Court has affirmed the right of police officers to be videotaped in the course of their duties. And when that right is violated, that's a sacred right that's being violated. No police can be accountable anywhere in the state or the United States of America if they are allowed to snatch the right away of persons to videotape them in the course of their activities. And that is one key reason why I'm here. I'm here because he stood up. I'm here because Devin Thomas was doing the right thing by videotaping the police. And if he is allowed to be prosecuted, and if he is allowed to be taken to trial for videotaping the police, that crushes and squashes the rights of everyone else in the future who will seek to undertake such actions, because they will be in fear that the same thing that happened to Devin Thomas will happen to them. So this is a very important case, not only for this county, not only for this city. It's an important case for the state of Virginia, and it's an important case in the United States of America right now. One of the most important cases in the United States of America. The right to observe the police, the right to monitor the police, and the right to be free from attack and assault by the police if you are observing them from a reasonable distance. And certainly Mr. Thomas was. You know, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say. It's hands off Devin Thomas. Drop the charges against Devin Thomas. Devin Thomas has legal counsel. Devin Thomas is well protected. And from what I'm hearing, I'm only the lawyer here, from what I'm hearing is that a series of actions from these other activists, what they're telling me, they have to give me further details, I don't know. But they tell me that they're going to be applying pressure to the city council, the Commonwealth attorney, the mayor, and that they are going to stand up and continue to advocate and demand every day from here on out as we leave these steps and go in here, that the charges be dropped and hands off Devin Thomas. And I'm hoping they will go a step further and call for the arrest of the real criminals who committed severe crimes on the day Devin Thomas was bloody and assaulted. That's really all I have to say.
Is there a possibility that you guys will bring suit against the police department?
I have no comment on that at this time. No comment on that at this time. And so what I will do right now is I'm going to go in and deal with this complaint, and we'll be right back in a moment.
Grab that microphone, sir.